3 of my first girlfriends were city run camp counselors.
Yes.
It was the best.
You know what he did when the kiddies fell asleep?
Mm-hmm.
The old
That's
slap.
right. We didn't have naps. We didn't have naps. Well, not daycare provider. Naps.
I know when you did the old slap and tickle. Don't you start. Welcome to Bad Parents, a podcast about 3 bad parents who are trying to raise good kids. She's Shawna.
Hello.
He's Ryan.
What's up?
And I'm Johnny. A Tell It Like It Is podcast for parents to laugh, cry, and to make you feel better about your parenting. And think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run a rhyme. And put your car on cruise and lay back, because this is summertime. Thank you, Will Smith, for that summer jam. It's all about summertime here on the pod. Let me drop a little geography on you right now. Welcome to the Bad Parents podcast. Shawna, Ryan, and Johnny. We're all parents. Here's your geography lesson.
Okay.
Here in the Northern Hemisphere, just a few weeks away from summer.
Oh.
Geography, by the way.
Northern Hemisphere. I was going to make sure you guys in the right
It's the
hemisphere.
winter.
Yeah.
And everything. And so, yeah, it's going to be summer really, really soon.
What,
Yeah.
June 20?
Something-ish
First.
Yeah.
So, congratulations on Summer making another appearance. We really appreciate you showing up.
Yeah. best
But
time here.
with that, as parents, it's the end of school.
Yes.
And no matter what, they're going to pass, right?
Yeah.
So that's a positive, right? No matter what.
true,
they're
Johnny.
moving on to the next,
Give you that
the
one.
next grade. But
Yeah.
it can be a little trying
Yes.
in the summertime. Not everybody has the means to send people to camp or, whatever. And maybe too young for a job, but too old for a babysitter. You know what I mean? So just kind of idle hands.
Well, this is the thing. And in our household, we have a 16-year-old who has managed up to this point to not have a job.
Yeah, right.
Now, a lot of it is on us because where we live, there's no bus. It's really hard. He doesn't have his full license yet. He still needs to drive with an adult. And it's really difficult. Now, could he do things like lawn care in the neighborhood? Yes. He's not the most outdoorsy type of kid.
Sure.
So maybe it's on us that he hasn't got a job. But I think this summer we're really starting to think, is he of the age where he should have a summer job? He's 16. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Like it's always compared to your own life. I started really early at 13, but then
13. Yeah,
But-
me too. I was babysitting even at 12.
yeah, like I was working. To be honest, I was working in a place I shouldn't have been working at my age. It was it was like a chicken and rib joint. It was not famous. There was only 1 or 2 of them. They're not around
That's
anymore.
pretty young.
I shouldn't. I'm sure. What's it called? Salmonella.
Yeah.
I'm sure I gave that out to some people. But then from 14 I didn't work, and then 15 I started my real kind of first job at Loblaws. So that 15, 16 is the wheelhouse. I
And
think.
a lot of his friends are working. But again, we live in a town where we're kind of at the top of the hill where we don't have busing. And a lot of his friends live down the hill and they do have options. But it was funny because I Googled, like we all do now, to get advice about parenting. When should my kid get a... And the first thing that came up wasn't job, phone.
Oh yeah.
Which is like, that's the era that we're living in. But when I clicked in and I put job, they say 15. They say, first look at your child's maturity level. My son's he is quite mature. Interest in employment, I'd say he's at a minus.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has no interest.
Right.
And then time competing extracurriculars. He does plan on doing some football camps and getting ready for fall football. So he wants to go to the gym a lot. I don't know.
Do either one of your older children, and maybe they both do you give allowances?
No.
Not really. We just kind of buy them things as they need. But I will say that you give them some chores sometimes. To say,
Yeah.
hey, listen,
Sure.
you want some stuff in the future, do this.
I wonder if Jack, your oldest boy, lack of wanting a job is because maybe he doesn't need the money. When I first got a job, like I wanted stuff and things and record albums and other things. And my parents weren't, even though they did buy me the necessities, if I wanted something, I had to earn that money. The only way to earn that money was to get that job. And I wonder if that sort of pressure to, you know what I mean? Like, because do I overbuy stuff for my kids? 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They want for nothing. When we were younger,
That's such a great
Because at
point.
13, to Ryan's point, at 13, there was a reason why you were out
Yeah.
there.
I loved it. You just wanted money to buy stuff.
Right?
I totally get
Like,
it.
I was very money driven. I wanted money to buy a Jordan jersey.
I will say, I hate to always be with different generations because there's a lot of similarities from generation to generation. If there's 2 things along these lines that I think is a little different is, one, I think we wanted money more than they did 2, I think we wanted our driver's license quicker than they did.
That's the other thing. Well, because our parents didn't go above and beyond. They drove us where we needed to go, but when you wanted to go somewhere, you had to depend on your parents. And a lot of times our parents just said no. We as a parenting generation, we're not really saying no. And I don't think that's a slam against us, but I think the results are less drive in the next generation. If you're given, like, that's a great point, Johnny. I got babysitting jobs, not because I wanted to babysit, because I wanted clothes that were expensive that my parents said no to.
The other problem is like, what types of jobs are out there for a 15 or 16-year-old? And I think a lot of times, maybe you, because of you as the parent, you have friends and contacts, right? Hey, listen, can my kid work for you? Mm-hmm. You run this store, you run a lawn care company. Can he mow for you, or whatever it is? Like, my dad got me in at Loblaws, right? And you wonder, like, what are the opportunities for them to work? And then, do they even want to do it? Do they even have a little passion for it? Like, I think a great job for like someone, maybe not. Well, Jack would be something in the football. I always think like, or at the hockey rinks. Like, if you play hockey, can you work at the coffee shop in the hockey place, or can you work for the town? I'll tell you right now, that's the job to get into if you can. You work for the towns, and then maybe you work in the rink, and you do the Zamboni, and you do all those kind of things, and you sweep up, and then those types of jobs sometimes. And I know a guy in particular that started at 15 working for the city of Mississauga, and you work your way up to make some decent coin. Yeah. And it's your full-time career.
Absolutely. But I also don't feel that at 15 you need to make that sort of decision or choice and put that pressure. Yeah. To answer your question, at least from the outside looking in, especially for Jack, now we did go away on vacation. And the one thing that I did take away is not only Jack, but Eli as well, but we're concentrating on Jack here. We're amazing with my young children. Amazing. It was so great. So the first job I ever had, like serious job, was I was a city-run camp counselor where I worked for the city and I ran day camps, and I got to be still a little bit silly and fun and whatnot, and still got to be a kid at 15, 16, 17. But there was also that, like, the leaders at night all got together and like would go out and like really socialize. And it was a lot of fun, and it wasn't like I wasn't grinding it out. I wasn't in an office. I wasn't in a warehouse. I wasn't doing these sort of like jobs where, they wouldn't be considered cool or fun or anything like that. It was a really fun job where my social skills went through the roof. I had a really good time and I was making money.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. And I think that if you see in your children any sort of thing like that, to your like babysitting or this sort of really great sort of gravitation to like younger kids, and they're great and they're leaders. Jack, for me, if you were to ask me, what do I think Jack should do? He should be a city-run camp counselor. Or at least do this year as an LIT, and the next year he's a counselor.
Yeah, and I love the social part of it, because I think sometimes, like, I think he's...
3 of my first girlfriends were city-run camp counselors. Yes. It was the best.
You know what he did when the kiddies fell asleep?
We didn't have naps. Well, was not a daycare provider. Naps.
I know when you did the old slap and tickle. Don't you start. And going back to the social part of it, and we're actually watching a television show right now called Superstore, where basically it's like a big Walmart and they all work, and they're not just kids. But my point is, I worked at Loblaws. I tell you, there's something in it. And if you need, and I need to tell myself this because I have a 15-year-old myself, to try to motivate your child into work, not just the money, not just the obvious, but like you might make friends for life, because there's something about being like a teenager. You're all in it together. Maybe you really don't even love the job, but you love your buddies, and you're like, you're working a late shift.
Oh yeah. My brother worked at a grocery store, right, and he had a blast.
Oh yeah. You had some great people, girlfriends and then buddies, and you end up socializing outside of the grocery store, and you all kind of bitch about the manager.
And I think he got into like liking the older ladies too that, because I think there was like a lot of inter-age dating in some of those situations too, right? Because you're, maybe the person working the meat counter is 18 and you're 16.
Yeah, she's slicing that meat and you're like, yo, what's up? I'm pushing carts next to you. There is something to be said about that. And that's the other angle I would push if you're trying to motivate your child into work, is that you might meet some great friends. Yeah. Or I think of like, I got a nephew that loves golfing, Holden, and he was asking me if I had any contacts. I was trying to help him out. Like, think about that job. If you love to golf.
Absolutely.
And now you're 15 and you're cleaning carts and maybe you're working for some tips, maybe even caddy a little bit. Like, it's not even jobs.
I said the golf thing to him. He's like, bruh. What time you got to wake up?
Oh, right.
I also feel that at that age, 16, 17, 18, even younger, the job also becomes your social world.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
100%. I used to work in a kitchen washing dishes. And everything that I did socially was with those people.
Yeah,
They
that's such
almost
a
became my
great
family.
point.
Are they my friends now? No, they weren't. But at the time they were.
Sure.
And it was amazing and so much fun. So as much as it's a job, it's also like you look back fondly on those summers when I worked at X and it was great because we did all this and this. So it hopefully if you're trying to get your kid a job.
I really like these suggestions.
And the other thing it does, it also makes you realize, because at 15, 16, 17, it can be fun. But at some point you're like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, right? Like when I was at Loblaws and, I worked with a lot of great people, but I realized after a few years, I'm like, this is not what I want to do every day.
Yeah.
It's fun for right now. So you start to figure out things in life that you like through work.
Sometimes that summer in between school years can be fun, and sometimes it cannot be. Maybe you need to get a little bit of a higher average in a certain subject, and or maybe you need an extra credit in order to get into the high school, or maybe you failed the class and you need to redo it over the summer.
Maybe you like school.
No, so I was going to no. Hey,
That's
listen,
not true.
Guys.
I will say,
prefect, enough.
They're out there. You are not alone. You are not alone. Okay, so there's 3 of us here. I 100% had to go to summer school because I'm what you call a dum-dum.
No,
Johnny, did
I
you
don't
go to
like
summer
that.
school? Of course he did.
I got a wing in a summer school named after me.
Johnny technically still has to go to summer school to graduate.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You, did you ever go? And I'll say this. You did or you didn't, fine, but I can say I went to summer school a few times and there were your type. I'm going to say it right now. You people. And you know what you people are? Frickin' keeners. I got an 87 and I want a 94.
No, but we can get extra credit. You can to get through high school faster because when we went, it was the 5 years OAC, and I did it in 4. A little bit of extra night school and summer school.
For real? You got
hold on. You know what the best part is? I had to go because I failed. You went to go further, and we're all in the same position.
I know.
Great job.
I know.
Isn't that
get
funny?
it. I get the irony.
You could have been swimming with your friends.
I know.
Okay, so you're telling me you got, how many credits did you need? 30?
Yeah, I think so.
And then 5 or 6 OACs at the time.
6, I think.
Ontario Academic Credit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got all that in 4 years.
I did.
So I got all of my credits and 1 OAC in 5 years. But I had to go because you'd fail a class. And so your teacher's like, listen, if you come in and do summer school, we'll bump it up to a 50-something.
And it's fun, guys. Summer school's fun.
So you're saying to yourself, all my friends are out like playing tennis or at the time they're swimming, hanging out, maybe 2 minutes in the closet, that kind of stuff, spin the bottle, all these kind of fun summery type things, sleeping in tents in a backyard, all that kind of stuff. That isn't fun, but bed mass, brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, adding, subtraction, that's fun in July.
I enjoy learning. I can't lie. I'm not going to lie about it.
You enjoy going over photosynthesis when it's 48 degrees in a portable.
I don't like science. I'll give you that.
The worst words you can string together for me is summer reading list.
Oh, I love summer reading.
No.
That's the best time to read. You find yourself a nice tree.
No. Oh my God. No, what you want to do is you want to go to the drive-in and you want to try to get under a woman's bra. That's what the goals are as a young teenager in summer.
I've finished East of Eden by Steinbeck at the drive-in. I actually find reading before before the movie
I've never heard those words ever uttered in my life. Steinbeck?
Yeah, and I bawled at the drive-in. I remember just putting my book down. I didn't want it to end. Okay, all right.
Well, you know what I remember? I remember Laura Steinbeck, and I like the way she looked at a 2-piece bikini, baby. And so here's actually kind of interesting. I didn't realize how much education or smarts you lose during the summertime. Students lose to an equivalent of 1 month of learning during summer vacation. They lose up to 2.5 months of math skills over the summer.
Oh, man.
Reading skills decline by equivalent of 2 months.
See?
Yeah. It says summer learning loss can be recognized as early as a grade 1. So here's for you. Here's some keys, the benefits to summer learning programs.
Yay! I'm writing them in my notebook.
I noticed she grabbed her notebook.
I can't help it.
How is this? How did you go from a prefect to like a pretty cool person now? But you still, your nerd shows every once in a while.
Yeah, I know it does.
And it's showing right now with that freaking notebook. You catch up on key skills. Mm-hmm. You learn new skills. Mm-hmm. You stay motivated. This is all benefits to going to summer school. You beat boredom. I don't understand as a 15-year-old, let's say 16-year-old, I would rather be bored out of my mind at home than sitting in a classroom reading The Outsiders.
Okay, that's a good one. You picked a good one. I was worried.
Because I saw the movie. See Thomas Howell? Tom Cruise?
I didn't even know it was
Patrick
a movie.
Swayze? Oh my God.
I'd rather see Thomas Howell than see Thomas Edison.
That's what I'm saying, Johnny.
Kai.
Yeah, you wouldn't see Ryan and Johnny reading books. No, you wouldn't.
Do you know what the best part about summer school was for me? Like, it was only from like 10 to 1.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, that was the only part. Unless, what did you double up? Let me guess, you doubled up. Did you take a morning and afternoon class? Oh my God, you're closing your eyes because you don't want to say it.
I didn't double up.
You sure doubled up.
My favorite was the teacher that you knew was there for the extra cake.
By the
Right?
way, as a former teacher, they're all there for the, like, I couldn't believe my friends who decided to teach summer school.
Yeah.
They made you make a fortune teaching summer school. You can retire
Yeah.
like 10 years early if you do summer school.
Like, you see just Mark Harmon up at the front?
Yeah, Mark Harmon.
Oh, what a movie.
So good. So good. And so, like, you think to yourself, oh, they just have a passion for children and they just want to teach them. No chance. They're trying to get that cottage 10 years earlier. The other benefits, you maintain math skills. You rock at reading. I like when they try to make it like cool. You rock at reading. You get personal attention. Shawna,
That's true. The smaller class sizes, if you are struggling, Johnny, that must have helped.
but wouldn't you have wanted attention, Shawna, by a young man rather than a teacher?
Some teachers are young men.
Like, wouldn't you want to? Didn't you ever want to play a little Marco Polo with a fella fish out of water?
You can still, guys, 10 to 1, you still have time for social life.
But what about homework?
Oh, God.
Build confidence. Did it build your confidence? You get ahead and it's fun and flexible.
You don't get ahead.
Yeah, because like you said, we're all the same. Like you're next, you work to two guys. Okay. So you work next to this guy, and I hate to bring it up for the second time, but he isn't graduated from high school.
Right.
Okay. He pierced his nipples,
Yeah.
right? Just kind of fumbled through
You
life.
did hot knives, right?
Okay.
He did a lot of hash.
Okay, I got it. The first part, I feel like this is inconsequential to the
It's
conversation.
important.
Right. Like while you were learning about exponents and division.
Data management and probability.
Yeah, he was burning knives and smoking hash.
And we all ended up.
Sorry,
right.
by he, are you referring?
You.
You're referring. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
And here we are.
yeah, that's
Same
right.
seats.
So I look to my left and I see a scholar. I look to my right and I see bottle tokes.
Hey, I think the listeners got it.
And here's the thing about me. Did I do hash? No. Did I graduate? Yes, of course. I'm not an idiot. But I don't know things like, I couldn't tell you what a verb is. No chance.
Yes, you could.
Could not. If you said to me,
Ryan.
Shawna kicked a red ball and you said, find the verb. I don't know. Is it Shawna?
Sorry, is it not kicked?
Yes. Yes. See, bottle toke knows.
Right. He's more. How about this one? Okay, I'm going to give you a sentence. You tell me the verb.
Yeah, all right.
Johnny smoked a ton of hash in the parking lot and got caught by our principal, Mr. Ford. What's the verb?
Johnny.
Toked?
Is it toked? Okay, how about this one? Ryan tried to get up Lindsay's bra
It's
in an
try.
outhouse.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to edit out that name?
It's the name that just came to me. Just the name that came to me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh God.
Try, is it?
Yeah, it's
That's the verb?
try. Yeah.
So there you go.
Do
So
you know, just, I don't, forget it. Nah, forget it.
Say it.
Can I just tell you? Okay, I'm just going to say this. And this is like a summer high school kid memory. The first bra I ever touched. I don't think I will ever touch anything so silky in my life again. Can I, like, that summer memory? I don't know if I was getting out of summer
Can I ask you a
school or
question
going
about
into
it?
summer school. But the first bra I ever touched, that feeling of silkiness
bet.
will never, ever, ever leave me.
and I know you'll know the answer to this. Did it have a... There's three options here. Don't answer till I say all
I am
three.
afraid of this.
Did it have a little clasp in the front? Did it have a little hook in the back? Or were you blessed with the three hooks in the back?
Definitely a 3 hook.
Now I know it. You can't forget it.
If I'm so stupid, what happens tomorrow at 4:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Tomorrow. I don't know.
The equinox?
June 20th, 2024 at 4:51 p.m. It's the theme of the show, baby.
Switching to summer?
Summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Summer.
I prefer when autumn comes to the stage. She's not as hot, but she's wetter.
Oh, wow.
This is the Bad Parents Podcast. It's a podcast about parenting. Ryan just did a strip joint joke that you may or may not actually hear. I may edit it.
No, don't.
I'm
No,
leaving
keep it in.
It's a podcast, right?
That's what she said.
Okay. 2 for 3 now.
Yep.
Maybe you're taking a road trip.
Yes.
It's summertime. Maybe you're not going to school. Maybe you're not getting a job. You just want to see some of this beautiful province that we call Ontario. That's right. Shawna, Ryan, and Johnny host a show on Q107 out of Toronto, Ontario. And if you don't know where it is, well, you better stop being so cheap and get your ass here because it's fun.
That's right.
And if you're going to come here are some suggestions on what to do this summer.
I love this because we're doing a staycation. We can't afford to travel
Correct.
anywhere.
Ryan's not. He doesn't care about this.
Well, he's rich.
It's true. He's got that.
You heard that joke, right? Hello.
Morning show money. Central Ontario. They're saying Santa's Village in Bracebridge is an amazing place to go and see.
Okay.
Now,
Sorry to interrupt. Have you been before?
I have.
Is it weird seeing Christmas stuff in like July?
It's not. What's more weird is like seeing Santa in shorts.
Oh, he does do that?
Yeah,
Are
he
they
shows up.
fuzzy? Like,
He's
are
there.
they
No.
plush shorts?
No, they're not like Christmas shorts.
Not cutoffs.
No, he's like he keeps the red and white motif for the most part. He's still got
Okay.
rock in the beard. It's not like he shaves it down and regrows it over the summer.
Okay.
And then also like I'll just say it. The reindeer don't look overly happy.
Yeah, it's hot, eh?
But
They're in training too. It's like football camp, right? They
Right.
got to trim down.
we had a good time. It was fine. It was great.
Okay,
It was fun.
good one. All right, Bracebridge. I'm putting it on my list.
Let's stay up in the Halliburton Highlands, the Halliburton Forest and Wildlife Reserve, with over 300 kilometers of trails and cabin tours. This wildlife reserve includes a wolf center and an observatory to view all and possibly hear the wolf pack.
I don't like that.
NWO wolf pack, woo! For
What?
life.
No,
NWO
don't.
for life.
Just
wolf pack, okay?
Ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah, the red and black. Sting. Okay.
Next.
Let's go to the mountains. The bluest of the mountains.
Oh, yes. Fun.
Blue Mountain.
That's what I said. Bluest of the mountains. Have you guys ever been on a Segway?
Yeah,
No,
I love it. Love it.
No, I'm too scared.
Segway tours at Blue Mountain speed along a 2-wheeled motorized self-balancing Segway on the scenic guided off-road tour of the Niagara Escarpment.
That sounds kind of
Are you guys
fun.
in or out?
I would try it. Yes.
Yeah, I like Segway, so why not? I like that area. It's fun.
I love Blue Mountain so much. Like if somebody was to say in the Collingwood area, hey, where would you like to retire within this country? Collingwood's up there.
Yeah.
My divorce lawyer bought a home
Wow.
during the pandemic in Collingwood.
Really, eh?
Yeah, he loved it that much.
He could probably afford it being a divorce lawyer.
Definitely, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
Business was booming.
So let's go down to Southern Ontario. They say here in Norfolk County. And this is all from destinationsontario.com.
Okay, so
it's
like
not me
Simcoe?
making some list. Sure, if that's where it is, because I don't know where
I
it is.
think my brother lived in Norfolk.
Long Point Eco Adventures. Enjoy a glamping experience in nature. Explore the surrounding outdoors on bikes or kayaks and take in a 2.5-hour canopy tour high above the forest floor. Zip lines. Are you legit?
Everything's so outside.
No, I'm thinking to myself, I think I would like it because I don't like camping because I'm not that manly. But I also don't need to be in a plush hotel. I can have something in between.
Maybe glamping's for you.
Yeah.
2 suspension bridges, by the way. Do you like to rappel?
No.
You can rappel.
You've never
12
done it?
meters.
It's fun.
No way.
Just give her. It's not like bungee jumping. Just,
No.
I like
And
any heights.
But isn't like when you rappel, like there's like taut on the slack, so therefore you're not falling. You're just
sorry.
like blah. You're just like doing that jumping wall kind of thing on your way down, rappelling.
No,
Maybe
you know
that
what I was thinking? Sorry. I was thinking, what's it called when you... This
Zip
way.
line?
Oh,
Zip line.
zip lining.
Yeah, that's better.
Also scary. I did that in Montreal, right downtown.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's kind of weird.
I know. It was very weird and very scary.
Did you wear a helmet?
Yes.
Dork.
For those of you who don't know the area, this is called the city above Toronto. Anybody?
City
Vaughan.
above Toronto.
Vaughan. What's in Vaughan that
Vaughan
kids
Mills.
love?
Canada's Wonderland, Vaughan Mills.
Canada's Wonderland.
That's a good
Vaughan
one.
Mills didn't make the cut.
I wish there should be malls on that list for those of us who like
agree.
indoors.
I agree. I've always wondered why, if you go into that area, you'll see Vaughan Mills, which is like a massive outlet mall. And right across the street is Canada's Wonderland that we'll talk about in a second. But there are all these hotels around it. I'm like, who would stay here? Like, it makes no sense to me. But I'm like, if you're coming down from Sudbury and you want to like spend the weekend shopping and wonderlanding.
Or you want
it's
a
amazing.
drink at the park.
Yeah,
There's
that's true.
lots of drinks there.
Yeah, it's I even don't live that far from there, and I could see getting a hotel
Same
and spending
here.
a day and night out of it. Yeah.
So my anniversary was like 2 weeks ago, and my wife and I, for our anniversary, took our kids to Wonderland
You took
at
the
night.
kids?
Yeah.
That's
at night.
nice.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't overly anniversary, but they have lots of rides like of all ages. So if you have little ones, mine are 5 and 3.
Yeah.
They have rides for them in Snoopyville. And then they have like the big behemoth and stuff like that.
Hey, last summer for our anniversary, we took our kids to the racetrack, baby. Teach them how to gamble.
That's right, you
Yeah,
did.
do fun things like that.
People are really incorporating their children into their anniversaries.
Well, I had a better
it
chance of making
wasn't-
more money.
It wasn't planned. We didn't
The children?
plan it. Oh, we didn't plan taking them. We super planned the children because IVF life. We have to really plan for those.
What's next on your list? You're getting that old man face now, eh? Like you're looking through the bottom of your glasses.
That's-
Bifocal.
They're bifocal.
Nerd. I'm surrounded by two nerds.
Just so you know, this could be theater of the mind. You didn't have to say a damn word.
hey, I wear a helmet. Hey, I wear bifocals.
Hey, this guy's taking his kids to the track. Go
right.
get daddy another gin.
That's right.
Ryan, I know that you are cheering for England in the Euro.
Let's go, son.
So let's go to London, but not London, England, you idiot.
Oh.
London, Ontario, for something called
Why?
I've never heard of. It's called Storybook Gardens.
Oh my God, the worst trip of my entire life with
Really?
my
Can I
family.
just read the synopsis
Yes.
before we
hated
poo-poo
it.
all over it? Storybook Gardens is always a magical thing to do with the kids in the summer. This is a playground of make-believe where kids and their creative minds rule. Enter through the castle where a make-believe world decorated with characters from all your little kids' favorite stories fires up their imagination. Kids will enjoy rides, entertainment, face painting, and a slippery splash area to cool down.
My parents took my brother and I there when I was probably 5 years old. And it's the first time I think I ever realized that expectations are never going to live up to what you think they're going to be.
That's life.
Like what you just described sounds magical.
Yes.
It was not. It was, you should see the photos. I'll have to bring them in sometime. It's just a miserable day.
You love when you see a kid who's miserable.
All of the pictures, I'm miserable. So, anyways, maybe it's better now.
Yeah, maybe. Ontario, yours to discover. DestinationOntario.com. Some of the best things to do with families for the summer. You've been there more than I have, Ryan. I know, Shawna, I don't know the last time you went. It says Clifton Hill in Niagara Falls.
Oh, yeah, I love Niagara Falls. I have a
With
soft
your
spot for
family?
it. Yeah.
With your family?
Yeah,
Okay.
we went last summer. I'll say this right now. Now, I have 3 kids that are like, say, 10, 13, and 15. And
Say.
well,
It's just guessing.
ballpark. Because I can't figure out what they were last year. I guess you're younger. 9, 12, and 14. And we went with another family who have a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, same as my middle son. Anyways, what's great about it now is you buy these like you buy these tickets and these kids have like whatever. They can go into this place and they can go into this place and they go in this place and
yeah.
this place. So what we would do is my wife and our friends, we would sit and we would high five. We would have a drink, a cocktail in a pub or whatever, outdoor, and there's music going on, just a vibe, and the kids would run around and do their thing, and then they'd come meet up with us, want more money, and then we'd go back out.
Great
He
success.
treats Niagara Falls like a park.
Yeah, it's like a park. It's like a park.
Exactly.
And it's not like if you go during the weekday, like it's busy, but it's not
Yeah.
insane. I'm still fascinated by the actual falls. Maybe I'm an idiot. And then there's casinos there.
Take maybe out of it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not bad. And there's a couple water parks there too, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure. And there's tons of restaurants. And if you get a decent hotel, you can walk everywhere.
Family rafting at wilderness tours at the Ottawa River. I think that's kind of fun. I think it'd be
My
kinda neat for,
dream is to send my husband and our 2 boys on a trip like that. They would love it. We're just
rafting?
waiting for the little one to
Yeah.
get a little older.
They say Fort Henry in Kingston, the Toronto Zoo.
Hot. It's hot.
I don't know. Do you know where Keene, Ontario is?
Keene.
Keene.
No,
Says
good
Lang
band.
Pioneer Village Museum.
Hmm.
You ever been to Science North in Sudbury? That's in Northern Ontario, Science North.
No, that seems far.
Listen, I feel that if you're in Sudbury and after you see the nickel, like I think you're begging
Yeah.
for Science North. Like, so I'm glad it's there. I'm sure
Okay,
it
that's
serves
good.
an amazing purpose. Nothing else to say about Science North? Okay, perfect.
I haven't
Is there any more on the list?
Dorian in Dorian, Ontario. This is
Never
now Northern
heard of
Ontario.
it.
Eagle Canyon Adventures. Look down if you dare. Canada's longest zipline suspension footbridge. Getting to
Scary.
Eagle Canyon Adventures just outside Thunder Bay. There you go. Is your
Oh
first
my
step.
God.
Hey, sometimes people like to drive. The next 182 meters is up to you to get to the bottom of the canyon. Take an exhilarating 60-second. That's a long time zip line on Canada's longest, highest, fastest zip line. I had no idea.
Me neither. I didn't know that.
I'm reading this for the first time.
That'd be fun, I think. That would be fun.
I think you're fun. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do, tomorrow at 4:51, it's going to become summer. So whether you get a job or you go to school or you're going to go ziplining on Canada's largest zip line, make sure you have fun doing it. Okay?
Wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet. And then you know what? Send us all your summer adventures. You can bad parents at curiouscast.ca. So bad parents at curiouscast.ca. And maybe in the fall, when we do another podcast, we'll be like, hey, remember the summer when Janet from Thunder Bay?
I love it.
It'll be a lot of fun. Roz, thank you so much for the technical production. We really appreciate it. And until next time, this has been The Bad Parents. You are...
The non-dork on the show?
Oh my gosh.
And you are...
Shawna Whalen.
There's a helmet.
My name is Johnny.
With bifocals.